Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to tell you how I learn English, like singing, and why I sometimes think that I speak like singing. This is my list of songs. So I started to learn English just singing, and then I didn't found a career that I wanted to study at the university. But then I thought, why not study English? Because you like to sing in English and you try like to like I didn't know how to spell well like the pronunciations or like the words. It's like try to sing like in Korean, like try to sing now like kpop songs, but you don't know what it says, but you know that you can memorize it. So that's how I started to memorize these songs in English. As you can see, it has like the pages, in which page I can find this song. So I have another papers where I had like the lyrics. And for example, if I want to sing this one in a million, I decide to study like the language of English. I thought that, so if I can spell it, like try to imitate the song, so why not study this? So when I entered at the university, it was so difficult because even if I know like how to imitate, you need to know like the verbs, like the particles, like by and things like that. So it was so difficult. But you know what made me keep learning English? The songs, because I know that if someday I can speak English, like I can understand like song, I can learn them more fast. And sometimes I didn't want to keep studying because we had homeworks, like you need to read this story about this person, and to me it was like so boring. But when I had to like to take a break while doing my homeworks, I started like to sing these songs. So when I was singing, to me, sing all this, I think I couldn't finish it like in one day, so I had to finish this in 3 days. I don't know. So for example, when I started to sing in the morning, like sometimes like each song in the list, I remember that to me it was like so fun, like the next song. And at the end of the day, I was like so happy, and like imitate or like hear those sounds to me was like so funny, and it was a thing that funny to imitate and hear. And it's just not about the lyrics, it's like, to me, music, these songs are like, I like the instrumental part and the song part, because sometimes I'm like tired to hear like the lyrics, so I sometimes just want to hear the instruments. So to me it's like this, if you like this song, it's so beautiful like to hear the lyrics, and at the same time it's so beautiful like to hear the instrumental part. And even I discovered another part that was beautiful about these songs. For example, I started like to translate these songs, and when I knew that like the words were so like also so interesting and beautiful. For example, I love myself, this song by this singer, I don't remember her name, but I hear songs of her all the time. So it was like I need to love myself first, and it was just a beautiful inspiration from this song. So that's how I know this music. That's how I try to understand this song. So, but at that time I also was trying to learn Japanese, because I was also hearing another group, Perfume, which is called Perfume, and these singers are like these songs of them in Japanese also made me want to learn Japanese. So when I was studying at the university, I was like trying to learn English, but at the same time I knew that I like other songs in Japanese. So in another times, like when I didn't want to know nothing about English, because it's difficult like to study all the time just English. So in some of my breaks, I try to learn Japanese and like try to memorize those songs. So now I'm just trying to learn Japanese, and I'm just trying to say like I can't listen any more songs in English, like I can't repeat these songs because it will be 3 days and I will like it, but I know now that I'm learning Japanese, so I need to focus just in Japanese. So I also have discovered many other songs in Japanese, and it's also so beautiful like to try to sing them, and at the same time I'm also trying to watch dramas and movies in Japanese. But the songs are like the main part that keeps me want to learn these languages. So I also wanted to try to learn like so badly like the Korean language, because I also like K-pop music. So now when I was trying like to learn Japanese, I really wanted like to listen music in Korean. So it's been a full year that I was trying this whole time like to just focus in Japanese. So I can tell you that it's been a year since I tried to learn just Japanese. I didn't try to listen music in English, Korean, or other languages. But it's been so difficult. So in sometimes like I don't want to keep studying Japanese. So I was like some days trying to listen music in English, and I also have discovered some songs in English, because even if I try like to focus just in Japanese, I couldn't, because I was also like discovering other songs like maybe on the TV, and I couldn't resist and I listened those songs. For example, the Willow song in the Eras tour of Taylor Swift. I really love that song. I don't know how many times I have repeated that song. So it's not been like a full Japanese year or something like that, but I really tried like to avoid all those things in English, or like the movies, like the new movies. But I watch some of them, and I'm like so tired to learn Japanese, and I really want to start with Korean. So I think I started a week ago, I think, but just to watch K-dramas, but with Japanese subtitles. So I want to do it like that, because I was trying to learn Japanese with English subtitles, because I can speak some English. But now I want to try this with Japanese subtitles, but with the Korean language. So it's so difficult. I don't understand. Like I don't know how to read. I still don't know how to read like Japanese, but I can understand like some more like gomenasai, or like sumimasen, or like okasan, otosan, father, and things like that. So that's how I'm learning English, and I'm sharing this to you because this is, for some of you it can be like weird, or for some of you maybe you can relate to my situation, because I like music in some languages. Maybe you like music in some language, like, or maybe you like K-pop music or something like that. And all I want to say is like this is how I'm learning. I don't know if it works, like it helps you to learn Japanese fast or in languages fast and things like that, but all I wanted to know, to make you know, is that this is how I'm learning, and it makes me so happy to learn in this way. So maybe you can try it and things like that. And the thing I wanted to say, that why I speak like singing, because all the phrases or like the words I have learned, it's been from songs. So don't be surprised if I'm asking things like this. Did you had our wildest dreams last night? Like from the song of Taylor Swift, Wildest Dreams. Or like My Heart Wants What It Wants, or like from the Selena songs, like The Heart Wants What It Wants. And like, are you, if someone wakes me up, I will be like, I'm wide awake. So some of the words that I have learned, or like the difficult word, it also has been from the songs. For example, Vulnerable. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well, or if some teacher is telling in front of me, I will be like, you need to fill in the blank space. I will be like Taylor Swift song, Taylor Swift. But I know now that blank space it's a space like where you need to do something like fill in the blank space. And I will be like remembering that song. It's so easy like to try to learn in this way, because if you try to study English or some other language, you would be like, I got everything I wanted. It's in the past. I don't know in what time, past tense, I don't know. But with this phrase, I can be like, I got everything I wanted. So it's in the past, and I translate it to Spanish and things like so. This is what it means and things like that. So, for example, in Japanese, I will be like in the future, like using also the lyrics of some song. Totemo daijin. So important. It means so important. So, this photo, kono shashin. This photo, I don't know if it's correct because I'm still learning. Kono shashin totemo daijin. This photo is so important. I will be like that. I can say some phrases just knowing some lyrics from some songs. So what I'm trying to tell you is like, if I speak with you, be sure that I will be using some lyrics from some songs in English. So I will be like talking with you like, this is from this song, this is from this song, because that's how I learned English. So, but it's a good way to learn. And another thing I wanted to tell you, it has been like the best option like to learn English, because they taught us many things like how to teach and methodologies and like how to learn with some games, or like in different ways. Like you need to study how like to become a teacher. So now I know those techniques and I'm applying them to myself. How I can say this. So I'm using those techniques like to learn other languages. So it's been like the best thing I have studied and related to the things I like. And if I'm learning some languages, I know that language would help me to learn the another. So for example, I learned first English. So I knew in the past that I liked Japanese, but now I know that Japanese uses many words in English. So it was like the best option to study like English first, and then I'm learning Japanese now. And I heard that if you try to learn Korean, it's like the same structure from speeches. I don't know how to say it. Maybe, I don't know yet, but maybe in the future I will know that Japanese will also help me to learn Korean. I also don't know if Korean uses some words in English. I don't know if it can, but I think English can help me like to pronounce Korean. I heard something like that, like if you speak English, it's easy for you to pronounce Korean language, something like that. So this is how it works for me. I hope you can understand this. If you speak some language, like try to learn another one now, the one you like the most. Don't try to learn like I'm telling like Japanese first and then Korean. If you want to learn Korean, all you need to know is like that the language you speak now, it will help you to learn the next language. So I speak like my first language, my Mayan language, mom Spanish, and English, and I'm trying to learn Japanese, and it will be Korean, and maybe another language like Italian language, Russian language, or like Chinese language, or like French language. I also have songs in those languages, but I'm not listening them anymore, because I will be like, I want to learn this language. But sometimes I can't like resist, and I learn songs in those languages. For example, I know some songs in Italian language, or like in Russian language, like a song like Kataya Umru Yastana Pietro Yapurush, he's not big. But when I listen to that song, I know how like to follow or like to imitate, or like other song in Russian. Or like in Chinese, I also have tried to memorize a song in Chinese, like that one. Shogo Nati Ya Shogo Chitian. I don't remember, but in that day I remember that I spent a full day like memorizing that song in Chinese. But so that's how in the future I know that I have songs in that I have memorized. That's even though I don't know what it means, but I know that it sounds beautiful. I like that song. I like the instrument, and I will be like, I'm going to translate this song. I will study what it says and then. So maybe then I will watch a movie and I will start to learn that language. And for example, in other languages, I still don't know music in those languages, or I haven't found a singer or like some song that I like, or like in the Indian language, like I don't know which language they use. I think they speak many languages there, but I have some songs from movies and I don't know how to say it, dramas, I think. And I have discovered some beautiful songs in the Indian language. So in the future, maybe I will be like trying to learn that language. I don't know which language. I think it's Bengali or something like that. To me, it feels like I'm learning languages because of music, but sometimes I'm learning language because of the culture. So I'm not sure. I think all those things at the same time help me to learn like these languages. So that's it. I hope you like my video. Please subscribe, please comment something if you think I can study in other way, or like if you want to recommend me something like to learn, or like I don't know, please help me, or like please ask something if you need help, because I sometimes don't have any comments, so I don't know if people understood what I told them, or if they need something, or like I don't know, or if my video is not like helping other people. So thank you.